Hey everybody, Coach Eric Orton here. Welcome back. I'm out here for a nice Zone 2 run. It's about 15 degrees, windy, kind of damp. It's getting me ready for a week in the East Coast. So it's not really cold, but the birds are able to soar. And it's windy and it feels colder than it is. What I want to discuss on this episode is kind of finding joy in the fun of running, and wanted to use the latest Kilian Jornet's video that he just produced this week on how he has fun and how important fun is for him for running. And I'm sure most of you watching this know who Kilian is, but for those who don't, he's kind of known worldwide as kind of the best ultra mountain runner out there. He's won Hard Rock several times, UTMB, kind of all the big races. And I find what's really unique about him is, what's important from a training standpoint is that he excels at every distance he does, whether it's a vertical K, under an hour type of race, he's winning, or hey, it's a 24-hour type of race, he's winning that as well. And that's pretty unique and something we can learn from as far as how to train and how to maintain our speed. But getting back to the fun factor, in his video, he talks about, how he's trained for 30 years, basically since he's been born and growing up in the mountains. But again, how he finds joy in training. And I think this is missed in kind of the people that are following Kilian. He's also known as a great photographer, so he's always posting these great photos of him playing in the mountains and just incredible landscape, and just how fun and lucky he must be to live and do what he does. But the montage style of video that he put out also gets into and shows, kind of all the hard training that he actually does to get him where he is. So yes, he's very talented, but he works and trains very hard, and he has fun at that. And I think that's the key, and that's what I want to kind of maybe put out there today, is that I think sometimes we think running, it has to be fun, and I want to suggest that fun looks different for everybody. And using myself as an example is that I have fun in training really hard. Whether I'm racing or not, I'm always going to train, and I love that journey. I love going out and challenging myself, and it's not always fun while I'm doing it, but I have fun in doing it. And I think, from a coaching standpoint, I also see people and athletes out there who, from maybe a performance standpoint, aren't necessarily doing the best thing that they could do to increase their performance, but they're having fun doing it. And maybe that's the most important thing. And I have to challenge myself sometimes when I see that, to say, hey, maybe what's most important in all of this is the fun we have. And in later episodes, I'm going to get into our own personal run personalities and how we can find and learn about how we as a person have fun individually. And so I want to challenge you to see that, don't have judgment on what other people are doing. See that hopefully they're having fun in their own way, and we all have fun and joy in running in our own way of doing things. I have fun going to the track. My athletes wake up every morning and they love getting their workout of the day and the structure of it and the journey and piecing it all together leading up to their race. And they love that. That's fun to them. And where all this leads is that when we're out there racing or out for a long endurance challenge, is that for us to ultimately succeed and to elevate our goals and to really think big and do something we don't think we can, we have to have the ability to adapt. And ultimately, any race, long race, endurance challenge, there's going to be times where we really have to endure, and we have to adapt to the situation to keep taking one step ahead, the next step. And for us ultimately to be able to adapt to the situation, we have to find joy and fun and a reason why we like that situation, even though is the most challenging thing we may have ever done. So this takes practice. This takes awareness. So just take this for what it's worth, and maybe start to have an awareness of what is fun for you, and maybe even challenge yourself to go out and do something tomorrow that goes against every reason why you might think it's fun. Do everything the opposite of having fun, and maybe see how you respond during and after, and that maybe we can find fun in any situation, which ultimately is having the ability to adapt and ultimately being able to perform above and beyond. So thanks for tuning in. Much more to come on the next episode, and you just missed it. You can't hear it on the GoPro, but the joys of living in Jackson. I just heard a pack of wolves howling over there by the Snake River Canyon. So how cool is that? Anyways, thanks again. Have a great run, and see you next time.